Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh, my leg! Ah! Oh, cheers! Ah!
Move it leg, move it leg. Stand up, stand up, stand up.
Talk about the luggage now. So over the past year, everyone's been asking me why I swapped from soft bags to hard boxes. Now, in all the trips I've ever done, Asia, South America, all those years ago, I always had soft bags because you can't break them. You can just remove them easily. They're just really easy. And so I was just always used to soft bags. So when I was planning this trip, I instantly thought, let's get soft bags. And I got the Krieger Duo 36 saddlebags. I then, with my friend Austin Vince, when I first picked up the bike, we sort of got this mesh sort of rack thing we bent around the exhaust to protect the exhaust from burning the bags. And then on this side, we had like this pole thing to stop the bag from falling into the wheel on this side. And that was the rack setup we had. And in Germany, within the first few months of this trip, it was my fault. I let the bags fall too far forward and the rack we had didn't properly cover the exhaust all the way. And so the bags fell forward a bit and then the exhaust burnt a massive hole through the bags. So thanks to my exhaust, burnt a hole through the bags and made the bags no longer waterproof. I tried to repair them, but then they just kept breaking and breaking. And in the end I was like, well, bags no longer waterproof, everything's getting ruined. I've got to fix this. So I was in Germany, and obviously Touratech from Germany. So I visited Touratech Castle in the center of Germany, and the guys there were amazing and helped me out with these boxes. I've no idea what they're called. I think they're called the Munzo or Mundo Panniers or something. I think these is like 30 litres maybe, and this one over here I think is 38. This one is bigger than this one, because this side's got the exhaust. And with the help of some locals from, I think this was like, it took like 2 months to get this done, I think. So with the help of some guys in Amsterdam, in Germany, and I think maybe in Austria as well, we got this rack made for the bike. So we took, a guy in Amsterdam had a spare rack from a BMW GS 1200. So I took his spare rack, because he didn't want it, and the middle support arm, and then we attached that to this side, and then the arm in the middle, we then got the handlebar from a Triumph Explorer. So we've got a Honda bike with a BMW rack on this side, KTM on this side, and then a Triumph handlebars cut off to size in the middle, supporting them. And then with this rack, we may be able to attach these Touratech boxes, and it's worked ever since. And I have to admit, I've never been able to comment on the soft-hard luggage debate, which is very big in the adventure community. Everyone talks about what's best, soft or hard, and it depends on how you travel. And for me, I love the hard. I could never comment before because I've never tried both. But now that I've tried both, I love the hard. You can literally just go, park up, lock the boxes, and leave and go exploring. And it is just, you haven't got to worry about anything. Whereas when I had the soft bags, I was always a bit wary about someone just going over, and you can get these cables that you tie around and lock them up, but it's just hassle. Whereas this is so easy. I can just lock the bike, go, and if someone wants to, they can get a crowbar and just open this up, and it wouldn't be that hard, to be honest. But no one's done that so far, and I love these boxes. So yeah, when I left England, I had soft saddlebags, and just before I left England, I actually got this Givey top box. Now I wanted some lockable storage. Because I had soft bags, I wanted at least one place on the bike that I could lock, my valuables, my laptop, my cameras and stuff. So I added this at the last minute. Now, it was actually quite exciting trying to attach this. So the Givey top box, it's the Givey Dolomiti 30 litre. It's the small size one. and it attaches to a mono key base plate, which then attaches to the Adventure Spec rear rack that I've got installed. So massive thanks to the guys at Adventure Spec who've been epic on this trip. They do a bundle for the Honda CRF250, and you get like you get a rack, you get the bash plate, and a few other things. I also got these bark busters as well from Adventure Spec. These have been a lifesaver because all the crashes I've had, these levers would have snapped by now. So, but yeah, so I think I went to Home Base, which is like an outdoor depot store in London, and I got like some like washers and bolts for like door frames and stuff. I managed to bodge job it and managed to attach the mono key plate to this rear rack, which is not designed for, and managed to attach this top box, and it's worked ever since. It's been epic. So that's, yeah, I'm really chuffed with this, and this setup is awesome. And I've got all my spare fuel around the boxes. So I've got that's 4 litres on this side, 2 and 2, 3 and then 1.5. So what is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5, 9 litres roughly of spare fuel. And yeah, so that's the boxes. Absolutely epic. I love these boxes. These are great. And literally, I've crashed so many times, yet they're still intact. Like, it's unbelievable. I've heard they're not the strongest in the world, but I've had no problems. I think these are fantastic. So, and I've got these inner bags. I'll show you later. I've got these inner bags inside with all my stuff in. So if I want to just remove all the stuff inside, I just take the inner bag out, leave the boxes on. You go inside and you unscrew them, and I can just take all the weight out. And it's fantastic. So, and yeah, one thing people say between the soft and hard luggage debate, everyone says if you've got hard luggage and you crash the bike, then you're going to break your leg or whatever. It's going to cause lots of harm to you. However, for me, it's the opposite. These boxes have saved my leg. So when I was pinned between 2 buses in Istanbul, like I literally had a bus hitting each box, and without these boxes, my legs would have been crushed. So they saved me there. And all the times I've crashed, I've had no issues at all. The one time I was riding without the panniers on, which was in Lahore. I went out with some local bikers, the TLC club, and we went out to explore the outskirts of Lahore, doing some off-roading. It was the first time I've ever sort of gone properly off-roading without the panniers on. I thought, let's get rid of the panniers and really go for it. So I did, crashed the bike, and the swing arm smashed into the back of my foot and tore the ligaments in the back of my foot and couldn't walk for like 2.5 weeks. And that was the first time I've ever not had the panniers on. So now I always leave them on now because they actually saved me. So for me, I think they're fantastic. So I just want to say a massive thank you to Mark Pickers in the UK who built me the left pannier rack from his sort of spare parts from his KTM bike. You are awesome, I really appreciate it. So that's the panniers. What are we on to next? Yes, tank bag. So when I left England, I had the Givy 20 litre something tank bag, no idea what it was called. It was 20 litres, it was massive, it overtook everything. And when you were steering, as you were turning, it would knock the tank bag and get in the way. And it was a nightmare. So when I was in Istanbul, I picked up this new one, this SW Motec 5 litre something bag, which expands as well if you want. And it's super small. It's got this harness that you just strap around here and attaches down to here. And you can unzip it as well, if you like. Just unzip here and it comes off. And then zip it back on. So you leave the harness on at all times, and then you can just take your tank bag with you. And this is absolutely fantastic. It's got a little wire inside here that I connect to here, attach that there, and then inside I've got a 4 USB hub that I charge all my stuff in here. This is a lifesaver for charging everything when you're on the road. This is linked up to my battery. This was actually the first thing that I did, thanks to Paul Gattens in England, you legend, for helping me wire this up when I first got the bike and knew nothing about electrics. So this tank bag is fantastic, and you can also get a waterproof cover for it as well. I never used that, but this really, yeah, I really like this tank bag. It's much better than the larger one. The larger one, I actually gave it to my friend Colin in Istanbul, who's got a similar bike as me. So yeah, that was really cool, because I hate to just throw stuff away. So yeah, so that's that. What else we got? On the back here, you probably can't see, but there's a giant loop zigzag bag, which I just have strapped tied onto the back here, and that's just got things that are really accessible, like, I don't know, just like ORS and Sasami knife and random stuff, or WD-40. That's just, somebody could easily just come over, unzip it and steal the stuff, but for me it's just accessible stuff, and no one's ever tried to do that, so it's great. Before I forget, on the rear top box, I've got this rock straps, which are amazing for just holding stuff in there. If I've got extra food or whatever, I can put under here. I've also got a cargo net attached as well. And then on each of the panniers I've got my GoPro mounts just for getting different GoPro shots, and I've got straps as well, just for either carrying or strapping stuff under as well, which is great. And that goes on, oh yes, onto the front here. It's kind of, I guess it's kind of luggage, kind of not, but it's, this at the front is my Enduristan front fender sort of bag. I guess Google front fender Enduristan bag. And that's where I keep my tyre pump, the air pump, which I've never had to use. Luckily, because I've had no problems with the tyres so far. So yeah, oh, and then finally, let me show you this. So this is my Krieger 15-litre rucksack. Now this is epic. I absolutely love this thing. Let me take it off just to show you. So inside is my camel pack. It's 3 litres. I fill it up with water, and the pipe comes through, runs down to here, and as I'm riding along, I can just grab it, have a drink of fresh water. This is awesome. And I bought this actually. I think I got this from the KTM centre. This camel pack, KTM centre in Hemel Hempstead, near to my house in North London. And I was literally like a few days before I left on this trip, and it's been amazing. I'm so glad I got it. Sometimes you don't want to stop when you're on the road. You don't have to stop for water. So this is really awesome. And then on this side, I've got my GoPro. That's here. So that's just attached with a Peak design, and I've got that there. And I've also got the little Krieger sort of mini pouch thing here that I have. This is where I keep like maybe business cards or my keys. That attaches here as well. So this is fantastic. You can just put this on either side, or you can even strap it onto the boxes or whatever. There we go. Right, that is it. That's all the luggage. So I guess now I'll go through what's actually inside each box. Yeah, let's do that. All right.